Today we will be discussing examples of finding areas between two curves or lines by integration. So example number 1, find the area between y is equal to 3x minus x squared and the x-axis. So the x-axis, the equation of the x-axis will be y is equal to 0. That's the equation of the x-axis. And the curve, the other curve is y is equal to 3x minus x squared. Now the first, so we want to get this area. Now before we find the area, we need to get the point of intersection between the two equations. So I have a video on finding the point of intersection of lines and curves. So based on that video, so this is equal to y and this is equal to y, so we can equate these two equations. 0 is equal to 3x minus x squared, or 3x minus x squared is equal to 0. Easier. We can factor out the x, so it will be x 3 minus x equals to 0. So we can find the value of x. So if this is 0, that's one answer. If 3 minus x is also equal to 0, that would be equal to x is equal to 3. So these are the two points of intersections, which is this one and this one, which is 3. Now that we have the points of intersection, we can now proceed with finding the area. Now the area is the top equation minus the bottom equation. So for our working equation, area would be equal to, so the equation at the top will be the integral of from 0 to 3, and the equation from the top is 3x minus x squared, and then the bottom is 0. So this is the top minus the bottom, which is 0, dx. So if we integrate this 3x minus x squared, so area will be equal to 3x squared over 2 minus x cubed over 3. Assessed from 0 to 3. Now, so we just substitute the x with 3 and 0, so that would be 3 squared over 2 minus 3 cubed over 3 minus 0 minus 0. So what we have is 27 over 2 minus 27 over 3. So subtraction of fractions. So 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 27. 27 times 3 minus 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 27. 27 times 2. That would be 27 over 6, or 9 over 2 square units. Example number 2, find the area between y is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5 and y is equal to 0. So this, which is the x-axis. So this is the x squared minus 6x plus 5. So first we need to get the point of intersection. to get the point of intersection, so we can equate this equation with this equation. So that would be x squared minus 6x plus 5 is equal to 0. So we can factor out this one. This will become x minus 5 and x minus 1. So our x would be x is equal to 5 and x is equal to 0. So these are the points of intersection, so which is this one and this one. Now, so we wanted to get the area of this shaded portion. So like before, it will be top minus bottom. So our working equation would be so integrating it from 1, the area is equal to the integral from 1 to 5, so the top would be the x-axis, so y is equal to 0, so 0 minus the bottom equation, x squared minus 6x plus 5. Yeah, so that would be dx. So if we separate the negative, so the area would be evaluated from 1 to 5. This would be negative x squared plus 6x minus 5 dx. So integrating this one, it would be negative x cubed over 3 plus 6x squared over 2 minus 5x evaluated from 1 to 5. So we replace 5 to all the x's. Negative 5 cubed over 3 plus 6 5 squared over 2 minus 5 times 5, and then we subtract it from the substituting 1 to all of the x's. It will be negative 1 cubed over 3 plus 6 1 squared over 2 minus 5 times 1. So that would be negative 125 over 3 plus 75 minus 25, and then we subtract this one. Simplifying, we will have negative 1 over 3 plus 3 minus 5. So what we will have is negative 41 and 2/3 plus 50 minus, so all of this will become negative 2 and 1/3. So this is 8 and 1/3. This is, so minus minus, it becomes positive 2 and 1/3. The area will be 10 and 2/3 square units. Example number 3, find the area between y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 6, which is this curve, and y is equal to 3x, which is this line. So first we need to find the point of intersection. So we equate these two equations. We will have x squared plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 3x. So adding Subtracting 3x on both sides, what we will have is x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Then we can factor out this one. It will be x minus 3 times x plus 2 is equal to 0. So if we equate this to 0, your x is equal to 3, and if we equate this to 0, x is equal to negative 2. So these are your 2 points of intersection, which is negative 2 and 3. So this will be our border. So again, the area would be the integral from a to b, top minus bottom, the quantity dx. So the top part in this equation will be the 3x. So our equation will be the integral of from negative 2 to 3. So that would be 3x minus, so the bottom one is this one, x squared plus 2x minus 6 dx. So then we have, if we combine this one, first we just if we combine this one, it will become 3x minus x squared minus 2x plus 6. So I just distributed the negative sign, dx. And then 3x minus 2x becomes x, so this will be negative x squared plus x plus 6 dx. X squared 3, x minus 2x is x. So if we integrate, this will become negative x cubed over 3. This becomes x squared over 2. This becomes 6x. Evaluated from negative 2 to 3. So we substitute 3 to all of them, and then we substitute negative 2 to all of them. We have negative 3 cubed over 3 plus 3 squared over 2 plus 6 times 3 minus negative 2 cubed over 3 plus negative 2 squared over 2 plus 6 and negative 2. Sorry about that. Bracket. So negative 3 cubed will be negative 27 over 3 plus 9 over 2 plus 18 minus, this will be negative 8 times negative will be 8 over 3. This will become 4 over 2. This becomes negative 12. So this is negative 9 plus 9 over 2 plus 18 minus 8 over 3 plus 2 minus 12. This will be I will just do a shortcut. This will become 125 over 6 if we continue to process that one. Example number 4, find the area between x squared minus 4x plus 5 and y is equal to negative x squared plus 6x plus 17. Now, so first we need to find the point of intersection, so we would know the area that we need, because this will be the area that we want to get. So it starts on the intersection points and end on the other intersection point. So to get the point of intersection, we would equate this y with this y. So that would be x squared minus 4x plus 5 is equal to negative x squared plus 6x plus 17. So bringing everything to the left, we will have 2x squared minus 10x minus 12 is equal to 0. So we can equate this to, first we can factor out 2. So if we factor out 2, we have x squared minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. So then this one we can still factor out. It will be x minus 6 and x plus 1. So the x would be, if this is equal to 0, x would be equal to 6, and if this is 0, x is equal to negative 1. So these are the points of intersection. So this would be negative 1, and then this would be 6. So to get the area, we need to get the integral from negative 1 to 6. So of the upper, the top minus the bottom, so the top would be this one. So it will be this one. So that would be negative x squared plus 6x plus 17 minus the bottom one, x squared minus 4x plus 5. Now we can distribute the x. So from negative 1 to 6. So this will be negative x squared plus 6x plus 17. So distributing the negative sign, minus x squared plus 4x minus 5 dx. So combining like terms, we would then have negative 2x squared plus 10x plus 12 dx. We can factor out 2 because it will be redundant. So 2, the integral from negative 1 to 6. So that would leave us with negative x squared plus 5x plus 6. So we don't have to factor out 2, but it will be easier to compute. So now if we integrate this one, this would be negative x cubed over 3 plus 5x squared over 2 plus 6x, and then from negative 1 to 6. So we substitute the 6 to all the x. So that would be, so there's still a big 2 in there. So negative 6 cube. Right, this would be negative 6 cube over 3 plus 5 6 squared over 2 plus 6 times 6 minus, so this will be separate. This would be negative 1 cube over 3 plus 5 negative 1 squared over 2 plus 6 times negative 1. So it should probably have a big bracket. This is after we finish, we add the 2. To make the long story short, if you add all of those, your area would be 343 over 3. Example number 5. Find the area between y is equal to x cubed plus 5x squared plus 6x in the x-axis. Now the equation, as I said earlier, the equation for x-axis, which is this one, will be y is equal to 0. So first we need to find the point of intersection between the two curves, between the curve and the line. So the y of this one is equated to the y of this one. So what we will have is x cubed plus 5x squared plus 6x is equal to 0. So this y is this one, and this y is this one. So we can first factor out x. X would be, if we remove x, that will be x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. We can still factor out this one. So x plus 2 and x plus 3. Now, so this is equal to 0. So if this is equal to 0, then x is equal to 0. If this is equal to 0, x is equal to negative 2. If this is equated to 0, x is equal to negative 3. So these are the points of intersection. So this one is negative 3. This one is negative 2, and that one is 0. Those are the points of intersection. So the area that we needed is this one and this one. Now, as you can see in here, from negative 3 to negative 2, the curve is at the top and the line is at the bottom. While from negative 2 to 0, the line is at the top and the curve is at the bottom. So we need to get the areas separately. So this is area 1, this is area 2. So we have to find the area of this one first, and then find the area of this one, and then we can add. So to get area 1 would be, so the curve would be evaluated from negative 3 to negative 2. That will be this curve, x cubed plus 5x plus 6x. So we subtract the line minus 0 minus the bottom one minus 0 dx. But since this is 0, we don't need to include it. So to get the integral of this one, that would be x to the 4th over 4 plus 5. Oh, sorry, this is 5x squared. So this will become 5x cubed over 3 plus 6x squared over 2, evaluated from negative 3 to negative 2. Now we can cancel out this one. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so this can be 3. So we'll continue here. So substituting negative 2 to all of the x's, we will have negative 2 raised to the 4th over 4 plus 5 negative 2 raised to the 3rd power over 3 plus 3 negative 2 squared subtracted by negative 3 substituted into the all of the x's. So that would be negative 3 raised to the 4th over 4 plus 5 negative 3 raised to the 3rd over 3 plus 3 and negative 3 squared. So all of this minus all of this. Negative 2 to the 4th is 16 over 4 plus this one would be 40. 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 divided by 3. 40 over 3. And this one would be 2 squared times 3 is 12. Now minus, so we evaluate this one. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, that would be 81. It will be positive now. Negative 3 to the 4th will be positive 81 over 4 plus, so this will be 3 cancel out 3, it will become 3 squared times 5 will be 5 times 9 plus 3 times 3 times 3, it will be 27. So this would be, make the long story short, we're running out of space. 5 over 12 is area 1. To area 2 would be, so this is area 2. So now the top one is this one, y is equal to 0, so so that will be top minus bottom. So now it will be evaluated from negative 2 to 0. So the top would be 0. The top is y is equal to 0 minus the whole of this curve. So that would be x cubed plus 5x squared plus 6x dx. So this will be, so we can eliminate 0. We will have, integrating this one, we'll just retain the negative here, negative. This would be x to the 4th over 4 plus 5x cubed over 3 plus, I'll do a shortcut, this will become 3x squared, evaluated from negative 2 to 0. So first, if we first we will substitute 0 to all of the x. So since they all have an x variable, it will be 0. So you will have 0 minus, so the whole of this one with replacing negative 2 to all of the x's. So that would be negative 2 to the 4th over 4 plus 5, negative 2 cube over 3 plus 3, negative 2 squared. Sorry, this should be from here. So negative and negative will be positive. So what you have left is this one, negative 2 to the 4th is 16 over 4 plus 5 times negative 8 over 3, and this would be 3 times 4. In short, this will be 8 over 3. This is area 2. So if you add area 1 plus area 2, that would be 5 over 12 plus 8 over 3. So LCD is 12. 12 divided by 12, 1 times 5 is 5. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Times 8 is 32. So your total area would be 37 over 12. So the procedure for finding the area would be simple. Well, just follow the recipe. The problem is for the basics like negative signs and raising the exponent. So the problem would be more on the execution of the basic rules. Finding the area itself is easy.